guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hey, what's up? My name is Tanya and thank you all so much for joining in and watching this video. This video shout out goes to Terry Doster. Terry, you are going to get me into some serious trouble with those nail polish recommendations. I kept myself away all day from the site. It's only a matter of time before I cave and I go and look because I have such an addiction. I have such a problem when it comes to everything beauty related. Makeup, skincare, hair care, nail polish, you name it. I'm like, I need it, I need it, I need it, I need it. Like, what's the new good thing? What do I have to have? I have like a full nail polish wall mount rack thing that holds 96 nail polishes that's already full, and then there's a surplus. I already need a bigger one, and that's before you told me about this site. Like, you're gonna be the death of me. Death of me. That's all I can say. But thank you so much for telling me about it. I really do appreciate it because I'm always on the hunt for new colors, new shimmers, new glitters, new holographic, just all that new yumminess that comes in nail polish that we can't really get in makeup. I like crave it on the nails, especially on my toes, and I just always bring my own nail polish to the salon, so it is so awesome to have your own, and then it's on display. So it's not only useful, it's also decorative because it sits on my beautiful wall in my bathroom every day. So I see it, you know, a minimum of like 50 times a day because I pee a lot. TMI? Anybody? So anyway, thank you very much for watching my video, hitting that subscribe button, leaving a comment, and that recommendation. Now this video is on the entire My Little Pony collection with ColourPop, and it is a really good collection. I did order the entire collection because I wanted to give a good chunk of it to my youngest step girl because she loves ponies so much. So like the makeup bag, the stickers, the brush set that it came with, like all of the more kitty things that came with it, I wanted it so I could give it to her. And then the 3 ultra matte lippies. I don't like ultra matte. Matte is really as far as I'll go, but I wanted to get the 3 ultra mattes to include in a future giveaway for you guys. And then I wanted the palette, the ultra glossy lips, and the 3 super shock shadows and 2 highlights for myself. So I got the whole bundle. I won't go into too much detail right now because I do get into it, you know, quite a bit during the unboxing, but I will give a quick little sum up. The 2 highlights that comes with it are actually really, really nice. I only played with the pink one, and what you see right now though is amped up with the Soft Frost is the shade by MAC, the Extra Dimension Skin Finish. It is actually the exact same color. This is beautiful. It is like a lavender glow from within, and then I went to just like amp up the cheekbones and I was like, damn, this is the exact same color. So you guys see me apply this so you can actually see what just this color looks like on its own, but then you guys know I love to glow, so I went for it and I just put the MAC all over my face, so that's really the glow you see now. But I do swatch out both of them for you, and the other one is a really beautiful golden sheen. It's gorgeous. And I did pick up 2 extra ultra lip glosses and 2 blushes that were not part of the collection that I just wanted to test out, and I loved all 4 of those items. I tested out one of the blushes today and it is beautiful. The swatch is terrible. When you see the swatch, you guys are gonna cringe. I tried everything to make the swatch work. I could not. It was patchy, it was chunky, there was no payoff, it was brutal. But with a brush and when it's blending out, it just works, and it is beautiful, and it is affordable, and you get a really nice size pan. You'll see it during the unboxing as well. You do get 3 glitter shades. they seem to have rolled away from, oh shit, no, yep, there we go. 3 shimmers, oh my gosh, glosses that are absolutely beautiful, and 3 ultra mattes that I do show you when I do the unboxing. I've just already put them away and put them into the giveaway boxes that I have accumulating because I don't swatch those. I show you guys up close so you can get a good enough tell for the color. They do usually dry down darker than what you see in the tube, but I do swatch out all of these on my hand, and I swatch these on my lips along with the other 2 colors that I decided to pick up that were ultra glossy lips as well. So you do get to see all of those babies. And then these are also hand swatched, and then the one is applied. I also obviously swatched out the entire palette. Again, no mirror, but that's to keep costs down, but it folds over so it's easier to work with. This palette is primarily a metallic palette. There are a couple transition shades, and the transition shades that are included are so stinking beautiful. I am beyond obsessed with that transition shade. I can't even begin to tell you guys. This transition shade is the most beautiful white with like this slight purpley pink hue, but it's not metallic and it's not like this iridescent ultraviolet or anything. It's just, it is so unique. I have nothing like that in my collection. I love it. I use that one, I use this, I use that, I use this one and this one and this one today. And they are all amazing. They performed incredibly well. So creamy, so pigmented, blinding, blendable, buildable. I literally own every single palette that ColourPop has dropped. I have ordered the other 2 that they just recently released. They are en route to me, and I'm hoping to get my hands on the ones that Sephora is about to drop as well. I just love them. They are inexpensive and the quality is amazing, and they are so compact and travel friendly that these to me are such a win. Now, there is a downfall with this collection, and I don't know what happened. 9 out of 12 of my pans are not glued in properly, and when I'm swatching them, they move around, which I'm just careful about it, and I'm aware, so I'm not going to start being, an idiot and flipping it around upside down. Not that anybody really does that with their makeup, but for some reason, this is the first palette I've had where 9 out of 12 are not glued down properly. I did not know that when I reached out to customer service. When I reached out to customer service, it was because 2 of my Super Shock shadows were broken. I show you that during the unboxing, and they let me keep the broken ones because they were so damaged. I've already given them to my stepgirls to start playing with, but I do show you what they look like during the unboxing, and it was Posey and Cherries Jubilee. Cherries Jubilee was completely like shriveled up into like this little, I don't even know, and Posey was just cracked like in half down the middle. So this collection came fairly damaged, and I don't know what happened. And now the other thing that's very misleading, and also this, you're going to see the sizes of what the Super Shock shadows actually look like since it came disassembled, and you're going to be blown away because all of this is smoke and mirrors to make it appear like you're getting a lot more product than you really are. I show you that as well. Now, Kurt just came home. I can hear the garage door opening. The dogs might bark. What's very misleading is these are called Super Shock Shadow Ultra Glitter. These should not be called Super Shock Shadow. Yes, they are ultra glittery, but they are not like a Super Shock Shadow. There should have been a different name for them, something to let you know that there is no pigment, that they are a eyeshadow topper only, because that is what these 3 are that come in the My Little Pony collection. They, like you see on a typical Super Shock shadow, this one will say metallic. I wanted to grab one to compare because I have a bunch, and I try to grab one that was as close to one of these shades as possible, but all of mine are so different. And this one does say ultra glitter, but you expect super shock shadows to be pigmented, because everything up until this point, at least with my experience, they've all been uber pigmented. All three of these are very just clear glitter top coats. I do have it put over top. They are beautiful and I love them. I just wish that they would have let us know that ahead of time. I think that was very misleading. So I do want to show you a difference. This is Posey from, and even these, look at how that moves around. My other ones don't do that either. So that you just saw, that was like a really big swatch. Okay, you can see that it is very shiny. You see on my close-up that it's really nothing but sparkle. And there's like no pigment, it's just like glitter. But that, I mean, I went around that so many times to try to show you guys how it wheels around. So I'll do the same thing with the other shadow. I'll just go around that many times in this shadow to give it a fair comparison. Okay. That's one swatch before I even start blending. So do we see the difference? How that's actually a pigmented eyeshadow and that's really just a glittery topper. I know that you definitely see the glittery topper when I do my forearm swatch. I'm just having a really hard time seeing on the monitor if it's picking it up on the monitor. But this is what I expect out of my Super Shock shadows, because they are all like this. They're all crazy in your face, pigmented and metallic, and just like bam, quick eye look out the door. You look glamorous. They're amazing. They're so creamy and buttery. And then this is beautiful, but it really is a topper. And in case you guys are wondering, because I'm sure some of you will be asking, this is the shade Get Lucky that I just swatched. That's not part of the collection, so you're aware, in case you do want to pick up that shade. So, and then the glosses are a really great formula. The ones that I picked up that are not part of the My Little Pony collection are actually, one of them is a creme, one is a gloss. The creme actually needs to be blotted because there's so much more pigment to it than their stereotypical ultra glossy lip collection that it will get all over your teeth. I've never experienced that before with ColourPop, so just beware. When you see it, it's written really, really tiny underneath the name of the shade. So this one says Finders Keepers and then really little creme. That will mean that there's way more pigment to it. It's still glossy and hydrating and creamy and a really beautiful formula, but you're gonna wanna do that blot test because it really does wear onto the teeth, where the other glosses are awesome. So that sums up everything. And so if you guys want to see all of the swatches of this entire collection, plus the extra 2 lip glosses and the extra 2 blushes, if you want to see how to get this eye look and you just want to see everything in action, then just keep on watching. Alright, so we are going to get to unboxing the entire My Little Pony collection by ColourPop. I did buy like the entire kit, but not the PR kit. So there was a PR kit that had like an extra little baggie, and then there was the entire collection. The only reason I got the entire collection is because one of my stepgirls is obsessed, and I mean obsessed with ponies, and she will be so excited to get, you know, like the little bag and the stickers and the little brushes. So I wanted to get her these little add-ons. So we're just gonna get right into it, and I'm gonna start with the bag, I guess, because it's super cute. And I still want to show you guys all of these little things, and then she is going to get it afterwards. This is adorable. Look at, and she loves purple, so that's perfect. I don't want to take the sticker off the pony, but look at the nice pony for the zipper, and then it has the logo is protected. And I love the metallic. She is going to go crazy. Oh my gosh, it is even lined. I'm going to take the dangerous little jelly thing out, lined with ponies. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to give this to her. She's going to die. And then the stickers, she's going to go so crazy for. Like, look at that. Insane. She's going to love every bit of this. And then the brushes. Look how cute this comes. Isn't that so adorable? Oh, they're all in their own little... Okay, I'll just show you guys one. Plastic home too, because I'm going to give her the brushes. Oh, that's actually really nice. A little bit dense, but still really soft. And I mean, pink handle. And then the ombre. She's going to love this. Oh, I cannot wait. I really cannot wait. So you get a fan brush, a blush brush, an angled, you know, for like your liquid gel eyeliner, a shader brush, and one fluffy crease brush in here. So that is a nice little value for that goodness. Okay, so I'm going to put all that in this kit so when she opens it up, it's all together for her. I'm super pumped because she's going to love it. All right, then I'm going to have future add-on giveaway items for you guys because we have 3 ultra glossy lips, which Mama is keeping because I'm obsessed with their glossy lips, but they also have 3 ultra matte lips, and I really don't like matte liquid lipsticks, so I'm not going to swatch them, but I will show you guys what they look like. And I know it's not the same, you know, they dry down usually a little bit darker, and I can't swatch it because I do want to save these to add on for giveaways. So I will do my best to just show you the color. This is called Moon Dancer. I know, and it's so reflective. Okay, there we go. So that would probably dry down even darker. So I get that it's not like much of a help, but I'm not going to do that to whoever wins this eventually. Well, not this, but like a giveaway where this is included. And then we have Pinwheel. Oh no, I opened up. Oh, that is a matte. That's a really nice hot pink matte. So that one looks really, really pretty. That would so be my type of color if it wasn't an ultra matte. I can handle like liquid lips that have like a cream liquid lip or, you know, not ultra matte. That takes it to like a level that's too far for me. And then we have a Lemon Drop. Oh, that's a really pretty lilac purple color. So that's... These, you can buy all of these individually as well. It's not like you have to buy the whole kit in order to get it. But like I said, the reason why I got it was to show you guys. I knew I'd have a little bit for a giveaway and a little bit for one of my step girls. Ah, this is so cute! Ponyland. Okay, this has like it's like iridescent glitter inside that purple. I'll swatch all of these free like lip swatch later too. Doesn't smell like anything. Nice and creamy and quite pigmented. I love ColourPop's Ultra Glossy Lips so much. I don't know why I use scissors to get into it. I'm keeping these ones. That doesn't matter anymore. Now I can rip rip them apart. Dream Castle. Okay, I think everybody needs some Dream Castle Look at that hot pink sparkly goodness. And yes, I ordered both of ColourPop's new palettes. Ooh, this one's super pigmented. I love. So I will have both of those palettes to put to the test for you guys too. And I see that Sephora is launching a couple of palettes, and I will be picking up those ones to test out for you guys, along with their new highlights and some of the other goodies that's on the Sephora site that's coming. I think it's tomorrow as I'm filming this. This one is awesome. Look at how gold and glittery this is. They killed it. Flutter Valley. Oh my gosh, I am obsessed with these. I wish I would have ordered backups. I had no idea these would be so incredible. Now before I move on to the rest of My Little Pony, I did just randomly pick up 2 other ultra glossy lips. I got Finders Keepers Creme, but it's an ultra glossy lip. So this is like more of a muted taupey purple color. Ooh, I bet you the first gloss, this would layer really nicely underneath it. That's very pigmented, and then to put that sparkle over top. So why not just share these other 2 with you guys too? And then Ipsy VIP. Just like a nice nudie rose color. It's a little bit of a darker nude rose, but it's really nice. All right. Let me clean this up and I will be right back. All right, then we have 2 pressed powder highlighters. I don't think I've ever used their pressed powder highlighters. Look how cute that is. This is that literally the shade name? That's what it looks like. It's like a nice gold. You guys, I am not seeing shade names anywhere. Oh my god, there they are. Okay, the pink one is Starflower, and it is not written on the actual container. It is written in the smallest font on a sticker over here. So we got Starflower, and we've got Trickles. So I'll swatch those out when I swatch out the palette. And then we have 3 Super Shock shadows. There is Sunbeam. This looks, oh my god, so freaking fun. Jeez. This is gonna be really, really difficult to make look today. Like, really difficult. Cherries Jubilee. Pink reflect in that baby. There's so much. This unboxing is seriously going to be like 20 minutes long just on the unboxing. And Posey. Oh, it's really pretty. That looks like a nice champagne. And then I've never used ColourPop blushes before, so I decided to pick up 2. So I don't know if you guys know that, but when you order their blushes, they come in a container like this, and then they send you a compact to put it in, which is really cool. So you have the option of putting it in your own Z palette. It's huge. So this is Why Hello. It looks like a really nice nudie rose color. It's a really big pan. 0.25 ounces. Now let's see how she slips in here. Just gonna pop right in. Bam! awesome. Go ColourPop. I like that. And then the other shade I picked up, way more rosy, is Noodle. That's such a cute name. Aww. This has springtime vibes written all over it. These are huge. I know they're like skinny, like they're not that, you know, fat and huge, but still, those are big size pans. That's so nice to get your brush into. And it's literally, look at the size of the magnet, and you just go, boop, and it's in there. I love it. All right. Oh, then the palette. Look how cute that baby is. She has the shade names on the back. My Little Pony. Oh, this is like metallic and reflective. It's super fun. No mirror. I don't know if they'll ever do a mirror, but these are really pretty shades. Ooh. That emeraldy color. Those are really nice. Damn it! And then the Super Shock. I don't know what to do! ColourPop shadows are so nice though. Okay, I'm gonna get to swatching because there is a lot to swatch, and then I will be right back. Okay, quick note before I show you guys the swatches. One, the last 2 days I haven't filmed. I'm running off of like an hour and a half of sleep, and I am so exhausted. I know that one of the blush names is Noodle, and I've already forgotten which one was Noodle. I think it was the more pink one was Noodle. And I completely forgot what the nudie one was called. And if that one wasn't even called Noodle, but I do think the pink one was Noodle, and I can't even remember what the shade name was. So I so apologize in advance for anything, and if I do seem like just exhausted and not like with it, I'm just really trying to film for you guys because there's so much to go through, but I am running on no sleep. It's just what happened has brought up a lot of memories and triggers for me, so I'm having a really hard time. I did forget to show you guys my original ColourPop order that came in. I did share this with you guys in one of my haul videos where I was sharing all the new and upcoming makeup that I will be doing tutorials on. But in case you missed that, the Super Shock Shadow in Cherries Jubilee actually arrived looking like this. Completely shriveled up and fell out of the pan. And in case you guys were ever wondering, you get this size of a container, and this is what the product looks like. It's really, really deceiving, and I could not believe that it arrived shriveled up like that. So obviously they issued me a replacement, but I do want to make you aware that I don't know what the kind of ingredients are that's in these Super Shock shadows, but it is shriveled AF. And you get next to no product in comparison to what the jar shows you. It's extremely misleading. And then my other shadow, Posey, came cracked and then slightly shriveled, but not as shriveled, but completely cracked. So that way you guys are aware of that. Also, all three of the ones intact. As I'm swatching it, can you see it moving? And I'm not putting any pressure on it, like I'm going so light, they're all moving. And I just went and checked on my other Super Shock shadows, and they don't move in their pans, they stay in place. And they should not be called Super Shock shadows. As you're about to see, all three of these are just kind of like crystal toppers. There's no pigment, they're just glitter. So I don't know what the deal is with this round. All the swatches are completely beautiful, but the Super Shock shadows too came very damaged. Oh, and the palette, 9 of the shades in this palette, you get 12. 9 of my pans are loose. As I was swatching, they are all wiggling. So I even have 9 pans that are not glued down properly. I didn't want to forget to tell you guys that too. So something went on with this collection that is not cool. And I don't want to forget all of that before I jump into swatches, but the swatches themselves are beautiful. Everything is very creamy and everything is very pigmented with the exception of the Super Shock shadows. I don't know why they are actually called Super Shock shadows. And then it just says beneath it, Ultra Glitter. But it should not be the same name as their typical Super Shock shadows because they are not. They are glitter. There's no pigment. So now I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can... Oh, and the blushes swatch extremely patchy. I really hope that they apply nicely because they can. I mean, I've had things swatch very patchy and apply beautifully, but I like worked the crap out of these swatches, which I generally don't do. I generally go like 1, 2, 3 in a pan and then like 1, 2 for a swatch because I don't want to like do it, you know, I just want to be true to a swatch, but I couldn't do that. You couldn't see anything. Like nothing showed up, so I had to actually work it just so you guys could see the color. So I will be using these blushes today so that way we can actually see what they apply like. So now I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can see all of the swatches. Alright, so as usual, I swatched row by row by row, and this is not a true white. It actually has like a lavender lilac tint to it. And there are a couple mattes, but it is actually a predominantly metallic palette. And I have Romeo sitting on my chair. He's shaking because it's raining outside. So I apologize if these swatches are a little bit choppy. See how pretty these swatches are, but how these last 3 Super Shock shadows are just really, really pretty and shiny, but no pigment to them. So I don't know what ColourPop did with those. It's just, I don't know. So first we have, this one is Butterscotch, which has that lilac hue to it. Then we have Blossom, Starshine, and Bluebell. And I think they're all very, very pretty. The next row is Applejack, Sky Dancer, Minty, and Flutterby. I really truly love all of these shades, so that's why I'm not really favoring it and being like, I love this one, and I love this one, and I love this one, because I really do love each color so much. And then Twilight is a really nice metallic deep blue black, which is really cool. Firefly is almost like an icy metallic with a hint of like mintiness in there, but it's very icy. Snuzzle is a little bit more on the sheer side. This is the least pigmented out of the palette. It's white with a little bit of a bluish greenish iridescent. And then Princess Sparkle I'm obsessed with, and I think I'm gonna work some kind of a look in with Princess Sparkle. And then we get into the Super Shock shadows. Is Posey. This one has like, you know, that's the champagne one. So this one has like the champagne with a little bit of pink, a little bit of silver, kind of a little bit of everything in it. It's gorgeous. It's just, like I said, not really a Super Shock shadow. And then next up is Cherries Jubilee, which was this baby. So that is just a white and pink reflect. And then the last one is Sunbeam, which is beautiful. You have so much pink, purple, and blue in there. Like this one I absolutely love as well. I think it is stunning and they killed it. Then flipping over to the highlights and the blushes. The highlights look promising. I'm sorry guys, I forgot what the names were already and they're not written on the pans, but obviously that's the pink one and that's the gold one and they both look really pretty. And then that's the more nude blush that I was telling you guys about. And that's the more pink blush that I said was giving me spring vibes. That they both just, I tried to do the same size of swatches that I did for the highlights. I tried to get out of the blushes and I could not get them to work. So we shall see. So I'm going to go prep and prime my eyes and I will be right back. Alright, starting with my Carity E31, I'm going to dip into this baby and start building that in the crease and slightly above. Now taking my Moda Pro crease brush, I'm going to dip into this shade. Put that in the crease and slightly above. These are blending really well and the colors are really pretty so far. And they're very buildable too, which is nice. You can have it as intense as you want or just like a nice wash of color. So I do like this a lot. Now taking my Marc Jacobs the crease brush, I'm going to dip into this shade and stay primarily in the crease. Okay, that shade swatched a lot darker, so I'm gonna take a risk and dip into the metallic shade and just see how it works. I should have cleaned that off first, but that's okay. Then I'm just gonna take my Moda Pro crease brush and go back into that shade and blend everything together. Now I want to do a cut crease, not like one of my crazy designs, just to clean up the lid. So I'm going to take my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer that I was going to pump on the back of my hand. I still have a clean spot. I'll pump it over here. And then taking my Sigma Cut Crease E62 brush, dip both ends. and then start working from the base upward. And then instead of setting it, I'm actually going to take my MAC 242, dip into this shade first. I'm going to do this shade and then this shade. So I'm going to dip into the whitish one. I found my Milani spray so I can Milani her up, Nikki. Pat that on. Now flipping my brush over, I'm going to take the other shade and pat that in the inner and outer corners. That is beautiful. I'm really tempted to take Sunbeam and either put it over the halo or the entire lid. I'm being a child and I can't decide if I want to put this glitter everywhere. Because it's really, really subtle. Probably everywhere. Just give a little extra something, something. Now you have to clean that up with a brush. I hate applying makeup with my fingers. Even though it looks super cool over the blue. And I'm just going to take some Too Faced ColourPop Peel Off Eyeliner in the shade Glitter Ghost and do probably a half cut crease. I'm also going to mix in some I'm Half Mermaid, because normally that iridescent one picks up whatever colors you have going on, but it's really picking up greens. Since this is My Little Pony and we're living out a little, old school fairy tale life, I'm just going to keep mixing my own concoction of a bunch of different glitters. I'm now going to take the Urban Decay Heavy Metal in the color Grind and also apply that shade. You guys don't need to apply any glitter at all. The look was actually really complete with the Super Shock, before the Super Shock shadow. Then the Super Shock shadow brought it to another level. You do not need to do all these glitters at all. It is pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, I'm gonna go finish up my face, line, lashes, all of that, and then I will be back to do the lower lash line. Alright, I'm sorry if you guys can somehow pick up a little bit of the background TV noise. It is storming here and Romeo gets so scared, so I have the TV on in the bedroom, but he is here on my lap, pretty zonked out because he takes pediatric Xanax when he gets too scared, and he has his Thunder shirt on too, so I could probably turn it off, but he was like terrified at the wind and rainstorm we were having, so I don't think you'll hear it, and if you do, I think it's going to be minimal, but that's what it is in case you do hear it. So as of right now, I have the lip color on, the Ultra Glossy Lip in Finders Keepers Creme. That's one of the ones that I picked up that was not part of the My Little Pony collection. I think that this is one of the worst transferring lip glosses, and I don't know if it's because it's a creme formula compared to the Ultra Glossy Lip. That's the only difference, so that's what I'm thinking that it is. I didn't blot, I just kind of put it on and came back on camera. So beware of that. There is definitely a difference in between the creme and it is still an Ultra Glossy Lip. They all say Ultra Glossy Lip, but then when you're looking at the color then says creme in very small print. So it does get you there. It does not say creme under the Ultra Glossy Lip. So just be mindful of that. I think that it's an Ultra Glossy Lip that needs blotting. I'm sorry if Romeo's hair stuck to me and it's driving me crazy. But I do love this color. I think it's like, wow. I don't know if I love it that much. I was going to say this color is like such a nice, perfect, nudie, mauvey. I love these shades, but I might have to blot. And then I actually, for the first time ever, tried that method of layering 2 pairs of false eyelashes. I have never done that. A year ago today, I had never done falsies. I didn't start trying to apply them until November. It took me months of learning and practicing and practicing and practicing before I was able to actually apply them. And here I am less than a year later, first time ever, and I did the double layered lash technique. But the only reason why I did it was because, I don't know if you guys remember, I picked up these Blinking Beauty Luxe Silk lashes. They're 3D in the 2 pair. I tested out 1 pair a couple of months ago, and then this pair I looked at, and it's the shade. I always say shade. The Style Mademoiselle, and I was like, oh, those are way too natural for me. Like, I'm never gonna have a use for those. And I popped them on, and they were like the same length as my lashes, just more black. But really, really comfortable lashes. Like, this is a really great lash company, and I can't remember if I ordered from like this company directly, how I came across them. I just remember I randomly found them. I bought 2 pair, and I do love the lashes because they are so comfortable and they literally pop on so easily. It's almost like a bandless style. And then I popped over top of it a dramatic lash, which is the Flutter lashes in the style Intoxicating. And the trickiest bit, honestly, was getting the corners down and then taking my tweezers and having to like squeeze all along, like bit by bit by bit, your natural lash, the first pair, and then the second pair, because you have to squeeze all 3 sets of lashes together all the way around, and then they start kind of moving a little bit. So every video. So that's the only thing that you kind of probably need to learn, but I just did it for my first try and I got it to work, so you guys can do it too, because I was a newbie. I still consider myself fairly a newbie and first time, and I did it. Now give me 1 second. And then I did go ahead and just highlight under the brow bone and then did the inner corner with the pinky purple shade. but it's almost getting to be too much pinks and purples happening. And I just did it so I could do my brows and like set them in place. So I have not highlighted my cheekbones yet. I want to do that on camera, but I think we're going to play with 2 highlights so I have a different tone mixed in there. And I did use the more nudie blush, which is what is on my cheeks right now, so you guys can see it. It did actually apply really nicely. It was buildable. There was pigment. It just blended out effortlessly. It just swatches horribly, but what matters is the blend and the application and really the final payout, and I really do like it, and they're inexpensive, so I do recommend the blushes. It's just for some reason they have a really crappy swatches. So let's play with some highlight. I'm going to take my Ray Morris Deluxe Kabuki brush, which you get from Beautylish, and this is a bit of a powdery highlight, but that's okay. And the blush is very powdery too. Like I swirled it and then it was like poof, powder, so I just tapped it off too. So just beware of that with the blush. This is a really pretty highlight. Like it is like the perfect amount of pink, purple, glow. You know, it's not intensified, it's not wet. I really do like this highlight, and it sits on the skin really nicely too. It's not like, you know, a really powdery highlight. It is really, really pretty. And we actually could stick with an all pink look. Now I don't know. I mean, not all pink, because I mean like in this whole family. No, let's go for a little bit more. More is more, especially in the highlight realm. Because I did pull out this MAC Extra Dimension Skin Frost, Extra Dimension Skin Finish in the shade Soft Frost. Oh my gosh, that was a mouthful. And I haven't used this baby in like a year, and I really do want to put a little bit of this on. And this has pinkish hues in it too, so it's still sticking in this whole color family that we got going on. So taking my Sigma High Cheekbone Highlighter F03 brush, I'm gonna dip into this baby. This is essentially the ColourPop highlight on steroids. Yeah. Here's the MAC and ColourPop. You know what? I am just going to take my Ray Morris. You guys have seen the ColourPop in action. That is crazy. It's literally the same shade. Just look at MAC and look at ColourPop. Wow. All right, I'm going to take Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfector pressed in the color Pearl. Pop that in the inner corners. Whew! Forgot how pigmented and blinding. Give it to me, Becca. Starting with my Wayne Goss number 20 brush, I'm going to take this shade and smoke it beneath my lower lash line. Taking my Luxie 111, I'm going to dip into this shade and smoke that beneath the lower lash line. There's something so special and pretty about this berry shade. That's Sky Dancer. So if Sky Dancer is available as an individual and you guys don't want to buy the whole palette, this is such a beautiful berry tone. It's really a perfect shade. It's not like too red or anything. It's just beautiful. Taking my MAC 212, I'm going to take this shade and get that nice and tight to the lower lash line. I think we should Milani her up. Now taking my Wayne Goss number 20 brush again, I'm going to go back in with this shade just to kind of blend the edges together. Alright, here's the Ultra Glossy Lip in Finders Keepers Creme. And then I think this is a match made in heaven because this is Finders Keepers as a base with Ponyland, My Little Pony, and ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip layered on top. And here is, I'll stop saying Ultra Glossy Lip because that's what they all are, in Ipsy VIP. Now we're just doing the My Little Pony collection, and this is Flutter Valley. I think that these ones will be either a really nice, just subtle gloss or a beautiful lip topper. So on to the next one. This one's pigmented and beautiful. This is Dream Castle. I think this is my favorite out of all of them. So now I just need to swatch Ponyland on its own because I only showed it to you guys layered. Yeah, Ponyland is very pretty on its own. It's a little bit more pigmented than Flutter Valley. This one's the least pigmented, and then this one, and then this one's a bammin'. Bangin', bam in your face. You know what I mean. Thanks so much for watching this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this eye look as much as I do because I had so much fun creating this. I felt like I just brought like my little inner kid back with all the metallic and the glitter and layering the glitter, layering the eyelashes. Just so much fun, so much pinks, purples, blues, just metallics and glitter galore, and just this was such a fun collection. But on top of the fact that it's a fun collection and it does look, you know, kiddish, at the end of the day, the colors themselves are just so beautiful, and I really do recommend this palette. And I do recommend the Super Shock shadows if you guys like eye toppers, because they really are beautiful and they do add that extra special pizzazz to your eye look when it's completed. So I do recommend these if you're into that. If you're not and you like that pure pigment, you're gonna hate these and then I wouldn't pick them up, but I personally do love them. I find more and more companies are coming up with things like this, you know, like Natasha Denona, for instance. This is just a much cheaper, more affordable, oh my gosh. Can you tell that I have slept like no hours in the last 2 nights? Affordable option if you still want to get a top coat without paying Natasha Denona prices. I think that this would be a really great alternative. But no matter what, you know, if you don't like this packaging, just pop them out, you know, depot them, depan them, and put it into your own Z palette, or pick up the shades individually if they sell them individually, because they really are beautiful shades. And I think that it would be a shame if you just can't look past the fact that this is kiddish looking, because the eyeshadows themselves are incredible, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Please share it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, good night, good morning, wherever you are. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.